Good morning, traders. I am ready to get back into it. Yesterday, a little bit of a red day, down 45, 50. You know what? That's nothing. Let's go. One trade will get us back into the green. We're ready to make some money. You know where you're at. Live trading with Benzinga. I got Ryan in the back, all ready to go. Let's do this, team.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Those words have been dancing around my head all night. Oh, it's Vegas lore, that phrase.
Indeed. Good morning to everyone, and shout out to Jan the Beast. That's what I'm going to call him today, of course. Nailing the Tesla Beast, or like I like to call it, the Tesla Dragon. There's going to be a bunch of dragons out there watching around, and you guys see Hendrix is tuning in with us today. Let's bring in, of course, Ryan Faloona in the house. How we doing from the headquarters? You guys see it, just like the lightning bolt behind him. He's ready to flash into the green. Let's get to the action. How we doing today, Ryan?
Doing good. Always like seeing Hendrix in the morning. Really pretty cat. And shout out to Jan, taming the beast early before the market even opens. That's what this job can bring you, Jan. Great job. I've made no trades here this morning. Obviously, I'm still short ahead of this Nvidia print later today. So we'll see how that goes. Might even add to that. Mitch and I are going to talk about that here. But the other thing here is that some of these smaller names have actually been really good. On the way into the HQ today, I think I have a 4-day green streak on just the day trades. And it's really, really helped because although the actual dollar amount has just been several $100s, it's not been a ton of money. What it has done is it's kind of kept me green on some of the other swings there. So even like as Nvidia has traded up and NVDS has come down, I don't care because I'm actually making money somewhere else. And I'm looking to spin that forward here today and see if I can give myself some more cushion. So things are going well. I'm excited for today. We'll see where this market ends up going. Looking at the market now, we're up about 10 points on the SPY futures or the ES. So we'll see how we do today, Mitch.
Yeah, man, I'm gonna keep watching like a stock like I was watching yesterday. I lost on this one, but it was still looking good, and it's still looking good today, right? So if I see the market drag a little bit, I can still look for the stocks that were strong yesterday. This is how we use yesterday's rotation into today's market, and this is what I like to teach a lot of, right? This is why I'm always watching to what I say is I'm trying to skate where the puck is going, not necessarily where it is, right?
Because the Wayne Gretzky approach, bro.
Yeah. And the truth is that we always need to be looking with what? How's the current environment and how's that developing? Because the truth is, if you can catch the current environment, you're usually catching the right sector and then you're catching the right industry. And we've talked about this all the time. When you get industry-wide moves and sector-wide moves, you can usually look at a sector and industry and you see what, like 80, 90% of that sector or industry green. What are the odds that we're going to get a green trade there? It's going to be pretty high, right? If 90% of the industry is going up. This is what I like to trade with. And I need to get even better at this. You guys will see me working hard at this so that you guys can maybe learn a little bit from this, right? That's what it's all about here at Benzinga. Let's get to the action. If you guys got tickers to throw up, keep them going. We got a lot for you today. I'm not even going to go get my orange juice. I'm already ready. I went with a little green machine today, but we'll get to the action. Let's take a look at what else is going on in the market. Of course, Nvidia is going to be everybody's watch today. We'll see what happened. Yesterday, you guys heard me right before the bell. I said, yeah, this looks like a short opportunity. And I swear, like, there were so many people who have probably just been like, Mitch, you're insane, bro. Like, you're insane for even saying that. But the truth is, it was a hell of a shorting opportunity on Nvidia yesterday. And I'm not saying this because I hope that somebody made that trade, because it was high risk, but more along how the psychology of the market can work. That's what we can learn from there. And that's how we can maybe play something like this in the future, because the past is the past, but the future is important, right? And we know how we say it in trading, right? The past, it doesn't repeat itself, but it often rhymes. So let's learn from this lesson. And I hope that you guys out there can learn from that part, right? Let's keep going. Yeah, and the match ticker. Yeah, don't worry, Cedric. Match.com. I always think that's the Mitch ticker also. All right, let's go to some of these stocks. Eldon was playing this one yesterday, so I'm cool with taking stocks from you guys today. Let's take a look here. Roblox at 2670. Let's go to the daily chart first. Always start at the daily, right? Let's take a look here. Let's zoom back a little bit. Let's actually do like a whole year of data. And you can see how we've been going sideways, but now really coming back down to the lows. This is where I'd be careful on these names. To me, the problem with Roblox is necessarily a problem of that it's one product, right? And so necessarily if this is not going to get the AI love, this could go lower. To me, this chart shows me no confidence that it wants to come back through 50. And that's where I'd be a little bit dangerous playing this to the upside. In my eyes, this looks like a stock that just keeps losing right now. And I want to see it start winning. What do I mean? Give me an uptrend. This is sideways, if anything, going down to support. Something that I see that like jumps out at me. Like I want to be a part of this stock right now. So that's the one thing that I would say is that it does have support underneath it. Eldon, you see that support 25 to 26. We all see that, right? Right here, right? It's clearly there. Question is, will that hold? Support until it isn't.
And see, this is the trade. So if you like Roblox, Mitch is doing a really good job outlining the trade. I know this is not what people normally do. They think to themselves, oh, I like this company. Maybe it can go to 100. Maybe I can make this much. Mitch is doing it the other way. He's saying, look at where the support is. So here's the trade. If you like Roblox here today, traded against that support. What do you have in there, Mitch? I can't read the number. 25?
Yeah, it's going to be 25 to 26. So in that range, you should find some support there.
So there you go. Make your stop 24.50, traded against that level, hope for a bounce. At least then you'll have a plan. If the stack breaks down, you'll know that you're out of it, or you know where your out is. You don't have to worry about that. You can forecast your max pain ahead of actually taking the trade. And then if the stock bounces, you can pull the Mitch tactic, make the stock work for you. Put your feet up on the desk, let that thing keep trading up and up and up. So to me, if you're going to take Roblox here, buy it at a support, right? If this, you can't guarantee if that support's going to fail or if that support's going to hold. But if you enter near a support, then if it doesn't fail, you have your out and you're probably not hurt all that much. So I personally don't like Roblox. I don't like the stock. I make my judgments on this company based on the number of kids I see buying the refillable cards, but that really hasn't led to a whole lot of profit. So not my favorite stock, but support and resistance is something that's going to be around for a long time.
Something that I'd watch for is kind of hourlies going with a big wick towards support and then recovering that level. So I would look for red to green action myself on a stock like this. But look who's in the chat saying hello. Look, it's none other than, of course, Trade the Pool, you guys.
All right.
And so one thing, if you guys do see them in the chat, a very easy way to go ahead and learn a little bit more about Trade the Pool is check out their YouTube. They have a pretty good YouTube, guys. And we're not just talking about like promo videos. If you guys want some education, want some terminologies, my new traders, Raz in the house. Hey, check it out, man. I love their YouTube. They do a really good job of doing some short educational videos and then also long. But whatever you want to go ahead and check out, definitely check out Trade the Pool, guys. Right there in the chat. You could probably just click on it and go to the page. I love doing it like that through YouTube. But of course, I can give you guys the link also here. And you guys see us using it. And I'm going to continue going after it. Down 45. But we're going to bounce back today, guys. And of course, you guys can always check out Trade the Pool. Just hit that QR code in the top right corner. And we're going to get ready for the bell here. But there'll be times where I also put the big QR code up, right? You guys see it here. Go ahead. You guys can always just hit that QR code and get funded, right, guys? Check it out. This is exactly what I'm trading, and I'm going to keep coming after it, guys. We're going to make it in this eval account. Let's do it, guys.
And a couple more. I mean, you know me, I work in customer support. So to see, welcome Gil, first of all, and to see Gil joining our chat and then offering assistance here through the chat. Where else are you going to get something like that? That's awesome. Gil, I look to start up with the Trade the Pool on Monday. So we'll be ready to roll.
Let's do it. And love the chat saying hello. And that's what it's all about, guys.
Yes,
At the end of the day, we're going to continue showing you guys tools that can help you guys get to success. That's what we're all about here at Benzinga. Let's get to the action. I'm going to go ahead and bring up Ryan's charts here so we can take a look into a little Benzinga Pro action. And like I told you guys about Benzinga Pro, soon to be coming towards Trade the Pool, as we'll give you guys also free access there. You guys can always get our free demo too at the bottom, right? Check it out. And 14 days for free. If you guys just want to take a look into the platform you guys see me using. Let's see what you're looking at today, Ryan. What's on your eyes? Any smaller names we should watch for?
Yeah, there's definitely going to be some smaller names, but let's go ahead and start here with the SPY. I'll be very, very brief. As we know, we have Nvidia earnings after the hours here today. That's likely going to drive what we do here tomorrow. And then don't forget, we've got the Jackson Hole Symposium here on Friday. So those are going to be your two really big market catalysts here. Looking at the SPY here, we did try to bounce, but to me, this looks like this is going to roll over. Target area is still that purple shaded area that I have between, what is this, 425 and 431. So that area is still going to be where we trade down here the 100 days at 429.76. So we'll see. Really quick in the chat there, Jay had mentioned a couple things here that's also on the radar here. With what's going on. Let me see if I can find it. Retail, total mixed bag. Foot Locker, which we'll go ahead and take a look at here real quick. Foot Locker absolutely getting destroyed today. When I came into the office here, it was down 32%. This now down 32.5% here, trading lower. The company reported a Q2 revenue miss, an 11% rise in inventories. The company also lowered its gross margin guidance, citing more aggressive lockdowns. Now, the Jordan fan in me wants to blame this completely on LeBron, but I can't tell you if that's true, so we're just going to go ahead and move on. Peloton also whacked. Jay, one of the things that I've been saying for a long time, one of the reasons I'm highlighting this is I believe the consumer is going to continue to tighten, and we're not out of the woods yet, if you will. Foot Locker really kind of showing you here today. Now, as far as trading this, this sure looks like this wants to break lower, but let's not chase it down 32% here. You might be able to just simply trade this for a bounce right out of the open. We'll see. Be very, very careful with this one. Huge move on volume already taken place. Let's jump over to the movers tool. And we will discuss several of the smaller names that are in play here today. The first one I had here was VSIG. I'll check out ITOS here. That might be making news recently. But VSIG here, this is VCI Global. Shares are trading higher after the company announced a collaboration with Microsoft Azure OpenAI. So remember, we're getting the AI here in the PR. We popped as high as just under 7. We got 691. We've really kind of bled back down here, 50 cents or so under the VWAP. We'll see if this can recover right out of the gate here on ticker VSIG. That one is going to be on watch today. Next one's going to be ticker ITOS, and this is ITOS Therapeutics. Stock up 42% here, put in a high at about 1780. Let's see what the news is here. There's got to be something going on. I actually didn't see this one earlier. Looks like yesterday we got an upgrade from Wainwright. Looks like they released some NSCLC data. I'd like to go into this and see what this is. Roche and anti-TIGIT developers highly after mistakenly released cancer drug data. Yikes. Okay, so you really need to kind of dig into this one a little bit more. This is definitely a target here. I've actually never traded this ticker either, so I'd like to see how this moves. Good news here is that we're kind of just sitting right above the VWAP. Let's see if this pulls. If this pulls into a support level, that might be worth just kind of taking a little bit and seeing if you can get a bounce, maybe another up move here. Definitely want to see volume like this once the regular session opens. That would be excellent. Next here is going to be APLS, and this is Apellis Pharmaceuticals. This yesterday popped as high as 43. We've come back down here just under 40. I expect that challenge at the round number at 40. If this can continue to trade up, we're pretty much right around the VWAP here. This one's interesting too. So this morning we have Wainwright giving this an $82 price target. $82. Looks like we've got a whole bunch of re-ratings here from some of the banks. Bank of America gives it a hold. UBS maintains a buy, raises the price target to 64. Wedbush reiterates neutral and maintains the $29 price target. Current price $10 over that price target. These price targets seem to be spread quite a bit. That should lead to some volatility here today. APLS definitely on radar here today. I think one of the things that we can do, obviously we want to watch and see how it trades, see if you can develop a feel for it. But otherwise, I think probably just the technicals on this one. I'll go ahead and get Bollinger Bands added to the main chart when we go to do that. Next here on the list is going to be BGLC. This is Bionexus Gene Lab. This did pop just over that $2. We were unable to hold it. We've now actually dripped beneath the VWAP. We're doing a good job holding this area here at 170. We'll see if we can hold that into the open here. I didn't see any news on this one earlier. This looked like this is just kind of moving around for momentum. Didn't really see any news in here. If you guys have news, let us know in the chat. That would be really helpful. But BGLC, this one also in play here today. Grab Holdings. This is of course one that we got with Mumu. This is in play here today. Looks like we're sitting right around the VWAP. We'll see if we can actually trade up off that VWAP. CGen, this is a stock that's only about $1.14 here. So this is pretty much a penny stock popping here. Let's see if this can really get going. And then HKD, shout out to Becca for yesterday, shouting out or calling HKD before this gigantic move. I actually didn't trade this yesterday, which was disappointing. This thing really, really moved. We're up here in the pre-market. We're doing a good job holding some of those levels. Let's see if this ends up materializing into something here today. Mitch, turn over. You got 2 minutes. You got anything else you want to take a look at here before we start?
Yeah, we could talk about the retail disaster. Of course, a lot of retail stocks just getting destroyed, guys. Whether you look at it, any way you look at it, Foot Locker is just complete destruction there. Will that continue to leak into different shoes makers, right? Like, what do you call them?
Footwear.
There you go. That's the word. I don't know why I was losing it today.
Hey, man, sometimes it's just the words right there and you can't.
It just happens. I'm thinking Crocs. That's what happens. Shoes with holes. Will this keep holes? Will this keep coming down, guys? And I think that I'm looking right now at Lulu. What about a short on Lulu? This is a hard stock to short. I will tell you guys right now, right off the back. It's an expensive stock, right? But I'm thinking here, right? It's a more expensive retailer, right? It's definitely best of breed. But they're coming after some best of breed stocks right now, like Lulu. I seen Ulta down, and Ulta's breaking a big trend line. It's down too much right now for me to go after it here already. But we'll see what happens to these names. Will we see continued breakdown? Now, one stock that did report well was ANF.
Really quick before you move to ANF on Lulu, if you go to the daily chart, remember the last time that I did this, I tried shorting it at 370 breakdown. That 370 spot really still seems to be the spot. And this is really kind of compressing here. So if we break down here, I think there's a lot of air in here that really can kind of take us down towards the 325 level. So I like the idea here, Mitch. I tried to do this before. It didn't work. We'll see if it works this time.
Yeah, my thing is the monthlies here, and the 385 seems like a level that could be shorted off of like a Head and Shoulders top here. And what do I see here? I see a lot of volume that came in on this last drive. So that could have been selling out into this motion, and now you can see that downside action. The key here, you just need to know your risk. But it's 9:30. Let's get to the action here, guys. Market's open. It's already getting a little bit of a down move here on Lulu. And if I do go after Lulu, this could easily move, I would say about $2 on the day. So I got to be careful with here, especially if it's going to be moving fast. If I'm going to do this, I'm going to do it with small size and then come after it. But we'll see what happens right out the gates. I don't want to be jumping too much because the SPY's jumping up here. Qs are jumping up. And we could have another tech little run, right? Who knows? Maybe NVIDIA gets a push today before the earnings come in. I feel like that could happen also. So today's one of those days where I'm going to be a little bit careful out the gates and then go hammering if I want to. In retail, it's not too bad. but I got to watch the market
I didn't.
overall.
I didn't go careful out of the gates. Literally just
My
scalped
boy.
ITOS right there on this candle right out of the open. I'm in and out. I couldn't even call it. It happened so fast. Nice little quick scalp there to start the day. So I'm going to wait for this to come back in. This one definitely is a mover here. Let's see if the volume holds up. Tesla trading up. Big open volume on Tesla, says Lynn, yes, sir, or yes, ma'am, excuse me. Tesla, big pop here. Going back towards that red-green move. Look for Tesla to accelerate if it can go red-green.
I would love a
APLS.
Thinking 15 shares at a time of Lulu, and I'm going to start looking above 375s. So I can ladder in towards 375s. That's on the short side of things.
Foot Locker, first move out of the open here. More downside on Foot Locker. That continuing to come in here. That's really, really rough day for Foot Locker.
All right, guys, trying to get my order in there. All right, now I already have the order out. So order out towards 375, and I'm going to try to get short on this. It's already down to 372s, and it could just flush from here. But I don't want to be too early on this trade. I need to be closer towards resistance. VWAP is around 374.20s. So push back towards 375. I want to start getting filled into 375.50s, and then risk above towards 377.
Archer being mentioned here by Lynn. Archer, the nice little volume and a move up out of the open here. So that's looking good on Archer. No position for me on Archer, but this looks good, at least so far. VWAP at 715. So hanging out pretty much right there.
Drug manufacturers and healthcare doing well today. It seems like we're getting that continued rotation of yesterday. MDT, one of the stocks on my watch, already starting to make a lift. Went there towards 84.80s, now holding 84.50s. We'll see if it takes off there. Already getting a nice little push here. MDT, I'll show you guys that. That's right here. This looks pretty strong already. I don't mind it here. Was looking at it before, but it's kind of already taken off from my levels here. So let me go to the 15-minute to show you guys that. You can see here how this is now started to hold on the pullback. So I like the 84.30 area on pullbacks here.
Just scalped ITOS again. Smoke Tuna, I'm with you on ITOS.
There you
this
go.
Thing's an absolute monster. We're 2 for 2 on the ITOS scalp. Just moving higher here. So nice move there. ITOS. ITOS. Jay Rice saying Nvidia fading here. Let's go ahead and pull up Nvidia. Remember, I'm short. Now, I was asked earlier by a colleague if I'm going to hold this short through the print. And I'll be honest with you, I want to. Right? I really do want to. Remember, I'm short via NVDS. So we're using that slightly levered ETF as opposed to shorting the equity outright here. I want to hold this through the print. Unsure how I mean, your guess is as good as mine. I was asking Mitch earlier, right, what do you think NVIDIA does? He says, regardless of the number, I think that they trade down. Honestly, that's what I'm hoping for. So we'll see if we end up getting that. I'll let you know if I stay in this position or if I exit it prior to the end of the show here. Right now, still in it. Would actually like to add a little bit to it.
All right, no fill there for Lulu. It got close. It went to 374.80s. Missed my entry by about 20 cents there. So, hey, I'm going to go ahead and cancel. If it comes back, I can put them back out there. But it was a good attempt there. Just missed it by about, maybe I was being a little bit picky. Should have gone maybe closer to the VWAP. But, hey, it is what it is. I'm going to keep looking, guys. You guys keep calling out names. Netflix looks decent. Doesn't look too bad. What you got, man?
I was just going to say on ITOS, as far as the next trade here, I've got VWAP at 1674. I'd really like that to come back in towards that 17 round level, possibly even 1674, 75. See if we can get another add there on ITOS. This has been strong out of the gate. Remember, 1778, your pre-market high there on ITOS. We'll see if we end up challenging that and popping it.
Well, look what's here, brother. You would have been able to just been knocking it right now. On Trade the Pool, man.
Oh, so. Don't worry. We start that on Monday. I'm excited for that.
Hey.
Excited for that, baby. Look, The only thing that happened here is the timing is a little bit shaky for me personally because of all the traveling and everything that I'm doing here. But you best believe when I get back, we can get that fired up here.
All right, oil coming down here today, and I kind of expected a little bit of a turnaround on here. So it's looking like a good opportunity today to play maybe some drip action. It is getting the lift. I was even thinking about yesterday swinging it, so it would have been a really nice swing, already up about 40 cents from yesterday's close. We'll see what happens on oil names, but they do look like they're starting to pull back. And I would look for the ones that were really trending to maybe look a little bit better than some shorts, like MPC. For me, looks like a better short today. I'm going to see if I can get this back at VWAP. That's going to be around 140, 140, 140, 160s. If I could get that 140, 120s VWAP right now, somewhere near this resistance, I want to be closer towards 140, 150s, but I don't mind maybe shorting some oil today. We'll see what happens there.
All right, took a little bit more of ITOS here for a possible move up to those highs. We'll see if we end up getting it. I don't want to give back the money that I've already earned, so the stop's going to be a little bit tighter here. It is trading up towards that 1778. I expect that if we trade above that level, it probably pops some more. That will force me to close this trade, and we'll be 3 for 3 on that if that happens. Let's see if we can take out the day high here, ITOS.
Johnson & Johnson, Merck having a decent day there. Healthcare really having a good day so far. And so what can that tell me? That we're looking at maybe some value right now in the market, but technology is right behind it. So keep your eyes on, of course, to see how these tech names move. Google with a nice little move today. So if you're looking for a strong stock, big, nice move on Google here, about 1.3% out the gates, and kind of leading tech right now in some of the bigger names.
ITOS getting a little heavy up here, but that volume is still strong. So a big volume push maybe takes the top off here on ITOS. Again, really, really volatile. Reduce your position size in order to do this. But this is what we're hoping for. Hoping for a pop off that off the pre-market highs here. 1778, that mark.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad of a call on Lulu. If I would have been able to get in, you can see it here, guys, that the outlook was pretty good there on Lulu. It's already down a significant amount. I'd probably already be taking some profit here. But hey, let's keep it going, guys. Let's keep looking for some more.
All right, ITOS back up to that 1750 level again, 1778, the spot of note. It is feeling a little heavy here, but every time I see those orders put there out on the tape, buyers come in and snatch it. So it's, you know, it's still got some of that strength. We'll see if we can move above here. This third trade here, 1756 was my entry, by the way. Here we go. Let's see if we can take this off. 1778. Come on, one more volume push up there. One more volume push up there. We should be able to do this.
I see you, big dog.
I'm trying.
All right, you're going to go to some other movers here.
Yep, works for me.
Looking around. These are some cheap names here, even penny names here. LabU, of course.
Oh, yeah, that's the Biotech ETF.
Why would that be moving? You guys hear me talk about it. Some Biotech's definitely getting the lift today. And this doesn't look too bad. Let's be maybe going in there and seeing what's standing out to me. And so ARCT, smaller name that's standing out to me there. BCRX standing out to me. Looking around to see what's in here that's could be really having a good day.
Do you have VSIG? I know that was halted. Smoke Tuna saying huge move, might be moving out of the halt. I want to focus on this trade that I'm still in here until I can get out of it.
Which one was that one?
VSIG, VCIG. We just want to see if that's in there. That one was halted, so.
I don't have VCIG. Okay. That's one of the ones.
Yep, no problem.
There's going to be a couple. There'll be a couple. All right, AVV, guys. I'm taking a look here at AVV. See if this can make a move today. It does look good. Setting up here. A little bit of a move back up. Soft support, daily support is 148. Doesn't look too bad here to maybe make a move back towards 149. See if healthcare wants to stay strong here. Like this 5-minute attempt right now. It just pulled back there. Now could go up, take 149. Doesn't look too bad here.
ITOS looks like this might come in here. Yep, ITOS, big pull, big pull. I actually couldn't get out of that, so still in it. That was a pull to the VWAP. If this breaks the VWAP, we're going to have to get out of it.
All right, seeing some defensives up today, so could start seeing some of those stocks get the lift today. Household products, so PG getting the lift today. EL, Estee Slaughter.
Did you just say Estee Slaughter?
Yeah, that's what I call it.
Okay.
That's what I call it.
That's pretty good.
Like it? All right, there's the pullback on AbbVie. We'll see if healthcare pulls back now. It looks like it's starting to do a little bit of a pullback here. See it on the 15-minute here. Yeah, it looks like it's trying to make a little bit of a move back. How's my MDT doing? Did do a nice little push, then now really quickly a pull right back down. How's Tesla doing today? I know that was down big. It did bounce a little bit. Back down to VWAP. Dun, dun, dun. Who's going to go green here?
ITOS trying to bounce off the VWAP here. I'm going to keep myself a little bit more safe and not toy around with adding to this in this position since I'm down on it, but definitely want to see if this bounce can materialize. Break beneath the VWAP here. We'll cut this.
Kind of like this attempt here in Microsoft. Let's see if it starts coming back here. Yeah, kind of like it here.
You guys are throwing out a lot of different tickers in there. Okay, we got a
I'm
lot
looking
of
at Microsoft. I got you guys. I'll be watching my trades, but we'll touch some of the ones that you guys are mentioning here. I want to see if the Qs are going to go green right now. Keeping a close eye on Microsoft here. I like that AMD push already. AMD is pushing a little bit here. All right, I'm going to take 50 shares of Microsoft right there. So I just bought 50 shares at 324.33s. And I'm willing to add a little bit towards 324s. So I just want to wait here just in case it comes back to 324s. Then I can add a little bit more at that support. But I already took 50 shares here. See, it's on that little pullback. We'll look to see if it makes another bottoming action around here.
A little bit of size at 1725 on ITOS. Oh, they took that. See, the buyers are relentless here. That's one of the reasons why I'm still kind of holding this. Buyers seem to be relentless. They just don't want to give this up. Again, being very disciplined and not adding here, but really hoping for a pop back through that last buy. Would love to see the 1778 get challenged, but the longer we stay away from that, I guess the less likely that becomes. We'll see. I definitely want to exit this. You guys have a lot of stuff going here today. I want to flip around here, but gotta wait until I finish this one up. Without my home setup, and my monitors just the way that I like them, I gotta reel the focus in a little bit more.
No, and I like it. I mean, you guys are just keeping each other active there, and that's what it's all about. Chat. We're not going to be able to cover everything you guys put up, especially when we're taking trades like this, right?
Yep.
We got to focus on our trading action so we can nail it for you guys too, and so you guys can see how we trade. Francis is asking a question. I'll definitely take a look at that. Could you make a quick video and review for the trade, the pool talk about the pros and cons? That sounds like an excellent idea, Francis.
Yeah, I'd like to join you for that if possible.
So what we'll do is I won't make it just right now. I'll probably make it in the next 2 weeks or something like that, so that I could actually even give you more pros.
Yeah, that's the thing. I want some time to be able to give you something of value.
Look at that. Look at that move in Microsoft right now. We're killing it, baby. Let's go. Get through that 325. All right, so now I'm going to look for pullbacks into the VWAP. Look how AMD is leading. I'll show you guys that right now in a second. But AMD with a really nice move, and that's what kind of caught my attention, that AMD pushed to the upside. I'm looking for Nvidia to recover VWAP here. That would be an interesting move there. And then going to look for Microsoft just to keep going. Hold VWAP now. Qs to kind of do a little bit of a push here. There's 365.60s. So let's see if we can actually start getting a little bit of a push here in the Qs and the technology names. That's where you could see LabVIEW pull back a little bit. So be careful there. I also saw Lucid moving around, FFIE getting some volume. So some autos are getting some volume, and that could be off of sympathy off of the VFS, right? We'll see what happens. But Lucid getting some volume today. I just want to mention that. I'm not going to probably trade it because I'm focused on tech, but I just want to mention what I see out there.
What kind of price you got on Lucid right now?
I have a
6? Okay.
Yeah, 6. And then it just had a nice little pop to 617. But if you look at the hourly will show you that there's some resistance here at 610. You want to see that, hold that, then come back and take out 620. 620 is the next resistance that I see on the hourly. Let's go back to my Microsoft trade here as we're doing decent. Now starting to make a move. I'm going to really start seeing this to push and not even come back to VWAP now. Just take off here through the 325 is what I'm looking to see. Let's see if I can really have a nice winner in Microsoft today. Okay. And I was also looking at Tesla too. Kicking it to you.
I was just going to say ITOS pushing back up here, right back on towards the highs. Volume still good. Looks to be expanding here. Want to see this volume stick eclipse the last one. Did we get it right there? Oh, yep, there we go. So we have now eclipsed the last one. Let's see if this can continue to trade up. 1756 was my last ad on the third trade here. So I really don't want to sell unless we're above that level. And I still want that test at 1778 on ITOS. Buyers look pretty relentless here. We'll see if we can end up popping it. Mitch, as soon as I'm out of this, I will let you know and I will move on to something else. I promise.
You're good, my friend. I know how it is. We got to focus on where the money and where our action's going. Right now, I'm putting a limit order to sell here on Trade the Pool. We'll look to see if it gets above towards 325.20s. That's where I have an order to sell here. I have it into the 20s here, 25 to be exact. I'm looking for a nice little pop into the pre-market resistance of 325.20s. The next one is 325.50s. I'll let it try to go through that 325.50s if we can get continuation and a real push here in tech. Nvidia is the next one that I'm going to be watching just because, to tell you the truth, I don't mind playing Nvidia to the upside today and then just getting rid of it on a day trade.
So more like a run into the print as opposed to playing it for the print is something you're looking at? Exactly. Got you.
Why not?
Got you.
And the big part of that is that it wiped out so many traders yesterday that today could be the day that it just comes back. Psychology, guys. Psychology sometimes. AMD did look strong, Wally.
Love seeing Nick Brown in the chat. Nick, we miss you already, my man.
Dude, we were talking about it in the pre-show. We were like, no, Nick, come on, man.
Yeah, it feels weird now. You've become a stalwart, and it feels odd when you're not around. How about that?
Yeah. All right, let's keep it going, guys. Let's see if I can keep Microsoft going there too. And I'm just looking to take more trades here. That's why I'm going to Microsoft is getting a nice little push here. I'll probably get my profit take. Let's see if we can get through that 325.17 right now as being the high. Start on the offer. Let's see if we could take it out here, get through that, get to the 20s. I'll take some profit there. I'm going to wait for a second here. Try to let it get up there. All right, order is here, ready to go. As soon as I see it start popping here, I'm going to put out my order.
One thing I'm noticing here about ITOS is that the volume is definitely slowing down. So we're going to have to make a decision here pretty soon. The other thing here is that if this does end up working out, that will probably be it, at least in the morning here. Want to see how the afternoon treats it. Maybe we get some better setups later in the afternoon. But again, watching the volume here, kind of letting the volume dictate how I'm actually going to trade this name. Volume seems to be slowing down. Big pull here on ITOS.
All right, orders out here to try to take the profits here. 325.25s on Microsoft. There's a little pop there towards 325.18s. Kind of slowing down right there. Just trying to get it to get a nice little pop back here through it. Nvidia's coming back. That looks good, interesting for me. I just don't want it to reject VWAP and then come right back down now, but it does look like a pretty strong stock today. AMD is pushing strong. That's a nice expansion move. That's one thing that I can see on my right-hand side, different screens here. There we go. 325.20s there for a second. Canceling for a second here. All right, just marketed out half of it there. Boom. Just took some profit there, guys. Now just want this to keep going and hold off the 325 spot. I'm not even going to let it come back through that 325 spot. I wanted to just hold off of that. So setting the stop there already at 325 guarantees a really nice win on the day. And now I'm just letting the expansion move. I'm looking for that expansion move. I want to see a big candle here. There you go. 325.50s coming into play here. There's a nice little move higher. Let's go ahead and shift up here. Boom. Modifying my stop. I'm pulling my stop. You guys see me doing it right on the chart here. Really good feature from Trade the Pool is just using it right here, right? Because if I go to my order book, I'm going to have to enter a stop price. Why not just use it on the chart? This is a really good feature here that I like using.
Yeah, I really like that too, honestly.
So boom, I'm just pulling it up as the action comes in here. I just pulled it up now to the 40s. You guys are seeing me literally trail it here. Boom, just pulled it up to now 58s or 55s. It's up there to 60s. So I'm just dragging it along and I'm going to get profits. Sooner or later, I'll probably get hit on a pullback. But hey, if it keeps pulling now in the 60s, there you go, hit there. Boom. I like it like that. That was actually not too bad. I just trailed the expansion candle through the Microsoft move there and then just took the money off of 325.60s. Because really, it's also getting us what? Back into the green, guys. Remember, we were down
That's
45,
key.
back into the green on the account. Now let's go focus. Let's go have some fun. Now I can look for pullback opportunities here in Nvidia and different plays like that. I like the Nvidia pullback towards like 456. Then I can risk off of 454 and start taking maybe even a long on Nvidia here on the pullback. I'm feeling a little brave today.
Yeah, so am I, and I'll be honest. The action here is still pretty good. Still waiting on ITOS here. It looks like we're pretty much at a decision point. We'll see if this goes. Becca, I'm going to check ALLO here in a sec. I expect to be out of this trade pretty soon. If we get one more push up, we'll see if that takes us anywhere near that pre-market high. Unsure if we get that high so far.
456.50s is my first order. I'm going to try to ladder some orders ready here to get some of Nvidia on pullbacks. So what am I trying to do here? I'm trying to trade like an algo. I talk about this all the time. When I'm day trading, I'm trying to trade like an algo.
Yeah, Lynn's saying ITOS VWAP bounce. That's exactly what I'm in here for. We're holding above it. So
I see you.
A push up here is all we need.
Oh, hey, guys! Microsoft continuing. That doesn't look too bad for you guys out there. I had to take my money and run, but it's still looking good. Meta or Tesla?
One more.
Tesla looked good too. Gosh, Tesla looked interesting for me. Remember off the VWAP, I was talking about it around here in the 230s. I just chose Microsoft over it, but it was still a good, nice little VWAP bounce play there on Tesla. Let's take a look at Meta. Who has threads? Man, Meta is actually probably the stronger move out of all of them. Right out the gates, a nice little move there. All right, here's Nvidia on the pullback. I'm looking to get some on the pullback here, guys. I don't want to overextend myself near the VWAP because I feel like everybody's jumping in at the VWAP right now. So I'm looking for the quick whoosh down kind of fill. So you see the support. I'm trying to go off of this support, this 456 area.
Alexa asking, Ryan, would you guys eventually trade on this prop account like you guys lived off of trading, size up? Yeah, so that's one of the things that I definitely would like to do is I'd like to be able to size up here into some of the trades that I find setups for, Alexa. That's definitely something that I'm looking to do, yes.
Yeah, and definitely, I mean, of course, we're doing the eValves account, but the goal is to keep pushing, guys. And you guys are going to see us trying. Like that's 100% sure. I'm trying to get in here, and I'm also trying to be smart, right? Not just chasing Nvidia today, right? I could easily just chase Nvidia right here, say I want 1,000 shares of Nvidia. Well, the truth is that's easily a way to get wrecked, right? So
Yeah.
I'm just gonna keep playing smart, guys. We're back into the green. I don't want to chase here, but we're not getting the move, the pullback that I'm looking for. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cancel now. I can reassess to get maybe back in it, or I can look at maybe a leverage type of play like Soxel starting to push through the highs. I'd look for a pullback on that one towards the VWAP. I always like to get these quick little pullbacks, right? So you see how this is topping around the 2170. There's some resistance already here to play. So if it could top that, pull back towards 2130s, I don't mind it. AMD also, same thing, right? So I'm seeing some resistance up here towards the 107.60 area. So you see right over here to the left-hand side on the 5-minute, there's some resistance on AMD. And so I want to watch that area to see what happens, but it does look like there's some resistance there.
Finally, so I am out. I didn't actually wait for that high. We'll see if that gets it again. I'm out on ITOS on this push back up. That now makes it 3 for 3. So doing a good job extracting money out of this ticker. Now it's time to look around at some of the other ones. So Becca, you had suggested ALLO. Let's take a look at that. Remember, this was on our list for potential short squeezers. ALLO, if we review the short interest again, 33.36% of its float shorted, 24 days to cover. So even after some of that shorted, or even some of that stock that was shorted was covered up, there's still a pretty large days to cover there on this. This one actually having a really good morning here. Let's see if we can identify the next spot, Becca. Next spot, I think I've got at $4. That round number at $4 looked like this was banging against that $4, using it as resistance and support a couple of days ago. $4 looks to be the spot here on ALLO.
And definitely smash that like, guys, if you guys are enjoying all this action. Keep it going, Ryan. You're killing it, man.
I was going to say, VSIG, this was another one that was on the list here. Smoke Tuna mentioning that this is a huge move here. Remember what we did. We set that high. We came back in as soon as the market opened. Buyers stepped in here. We expanded that volume through the VWAP. Now we've actually back tested the VWAP and continuing to push up. Smoke Tuna, Lynn, looks like you guys are on VSIG. Excellent job here. I was tied up with ITOS, and I'm not mad about it. I ended up making several $100s on ITOS, so doing okay there, but definitely missed VSIG in that process. Might have been able to hit both of these if I was on my computer at home, but we'll see what ends up happening. VSIG looks really good. What I'd like to do for a trade here on VSIG, like this to kind of pull back in, just like it did right here and right here. Want this to kind of pull back in, base a little bit. That's where we'll add. Then we'll wait for the next push up if we get that. Great move here on VSIG so far.
All right. I do see Lucid pulling back there. We'll see what happens. But tech names definitely big lift off today. You guys know your boy Money Mitch at least was a little early on the sell button, but Microsoft, nice move, man. Not going to be mad about that. That's a nice catch there. Look at that little VWAP bounce. And that, my friends, is definitely not a bad trade there. I'd have to say, already that already looks like the trade of the day. But what I like about it is that this was a pretty decent kind of move. And if you look at it on the 5-minute, look at this. Look how this comes back to the trend line. I always talk about this move all the time. I'm always looking for moves like this, especially on the 5-minute, where you can get this kind of pattern where you get a pullback and then a push above and then a pullback right below it. So a push above, pullback right below it. And it gave me levels to go off of here on the 324s. Now a nice little push there to 326. We'll look to see if we get pullbacks to 325.50 or 325s to hold now on pullbacks of Microsoft.
And let's trade the pool saying like. Let's give Mitch the likes for that trade plan that he's breaking down here in real time. How often do you get that? Awesome stuff. The other thing I want to take a look at here really quick, Mitch, is going to be VFS. Now, remember, this trade yesterday, this trade made the year for a lot of people yesterday. We did trade up here today, hit 45, flat out rejected at 45, coming back into the VWAP. This is halt. Nope, this is open. Yeah, it looks like this is open. Let me see on my broker here. This is definitely open. So looks like we've halted here. Yep, halted once, resumed once. We're open. Let's see if we get a bounce off the VWAP here. VFS.
All right, guys, it's looking like a little bit of risk off is what I'm seeing in tech names. Some tech names jumping higher than others. Even Warner Brothers moving, Qualcomm getting a lift today. It's just like all around right now. I'm seeing some pretty decent lift here in technology. What's the leading sector? Technology, baby. So I'm going to keep trying to get some technology trades here. I'm just looking for pullbacks. Yeah, I talked earlier too, like how the Nvidia move could have stopped out a lot of people today, and then they don't want to look at tech today. I'm looking for Nvidia pullbacks. All right, let's keep looking at it. Let's see if I can get those pullbacks back below 457, 456 area is what I'm really looking for. I want a quick little dip to wash out some traders, and then it comes right back.
Here, let me get your
I'll show you guys that right now. Yeah, I got you. Boom, boom. Let's keep it going, team. It's been a really good day. And like always, you guys can definitely check out Trade the Pool, what you guys see us using. There's the link. I did see some people click on it yesterday. Check it out, guys.
Mitch, I'm going to run to the washroom. It'll be about a minute and a half, okay?
Hey, do your thing, man. And the fun part is that it's an actual walk for you this time. In the office, you guys don't know. He has to go all the way to the cafeteria. It's a good little mission. All right, Nvidia pulling back here, bouncing off the VWAP. A little part of me wants to jump in here, but I'm looking for a little bit of a deeper pullback. I want to see some people get washed out before I jump in here, but definitely seeing some strength there. What about AMD? Can I get a quick pullback on that one? I'd like around 106.20s for AMD. AMD has a tendency of making a stronger pullback. So I see one attempt here to get through the highs, two attempts, three attempts. If it can't get through 107.60 right now, I'll look for that pullback. And then I should see a little bit of some pullback here on the Qs, also back to VWAP. Let's see if that does make a VWAP pullback here. Nvidia not holding there and actually pushing here to the 460s. So it looks like it's holding in right now. I'm still going to look for pullbacks on Nvidia. I don't want to jump above VWAP on Nvidia just because the pullbacks can be so wicked. All right, let's keep going. Let's lower this working order. Actually, I think I can pull this filled order up a little bit more so you guys can see those filled orders. Not doing too bad, up about 40 bucks on the day. Let's keep pushing. And definitely, if you guys have any questions for Trade the Pool, of course, you guys see me trading, and it looks like Gil here is helping us out today. So feel free to ask any questions in the chat. Just go ahead and just put like to Trade the Pool and ask a question. I'm sure Gil will help us out here. All right, let's keep moving. We'll take a look at some other trading action, and I'll take a look around on technology names. And I'm just going to go through names and just call them out here as they're definitely getting the up move today. You got ADI, you got Zoom, NXPI, JD. So it looks like even China names getting a lift today. Marvell getting a nice little push here. AMD, Lucid, I'm seeing show up even now on my scanner. That just shows me that a lot going on here. TTD, PDD, with a nice little push. Let's see the Bobster. Bobster up there. It went up to 90.50s, now pulling back. I could keep an eye on this one. Let's take a look at JD. It's up there. It's also pulling back here, and I'll take a look for some pullbacks now. Tesla was one that we looked at earlier. This actually doesn't look too bad as it's lining up here around the 231.50s. Let's see if it does a little bit of a pullback. Let's go to the 15-minute chart here for Tesla. Looking for pullbacks here, maybe towards the VWAP around 230.60s. So if it could pull back a little bit there and then take out the highs, it wouldn't be looking too bad. There's definitely a tech trade going on right now. You can see it in Soxel. The reaction has been strong out the gates. This is a lot of the times the psychology in the market, right? It dumps yesterday, starts popping today. Why is SMCI popping? Well, the truth is that it's going to go with the tech trade, right? I don't think this is necessarily just a specific SMCI move, right? Is that you're seeing what? Today, you're seeing that bounce back, right? And so it had a nice little 240 move. There's resistance up here in the 270s. So let's see if it can get through 270 today on SMCI. That's a nice level to watch. And you can see it went through it, now pulling back around the 270s. I'd look for pullbacks at 265 on SMCI.
I am back. I feel like a new man after that. Let's get it going here real quick. Beckham with another call here. Tup looks like this is curling 270.
I like it. I like it. It actually doesn't look too bad off the daily 250s.
I'm just a fiend. And as soon as I got back, the first thing I had to do was check ITOS. Now, remember, I'm not in this. Good to have you back, Friday. Yeah, I just needed to run for a sec. Mitch is right, though. The walk is a little bit long this time, so it takes me a little bit longer. ITOS, this to me, not done, right? This absolutely looks like this 778 still in play here. This is exactly what I'm trying to avoid. It doesn't matter what account I'm using. This type of pullback is exactly what I'm trying to avoid.
Yeah.
Trying to add on these pulls, high risk, but often going to give you better results, I guess, in the long run. Maybe I can't even say that. I don't know. Anyway, this to me, I would not be shocked if at some point today 1778 falls. So we'll see if that ends up or when that ends up going. What do you got, Mitch?
No, I just see Nvidia just shooting up like a rocket too, right? And then this is how it can go a lot of the times, to stop out those shorts really quickly in the market, find a support, rip back to the upside. And so that's where I'd be careful, right? Either way, if you're looking at Nvidia today, the volatility is going to be insane. It's already moved a decent amount off the bottom there, below 453s, back towards 462s. So understand the range that you're seeing in Nvidia if that's your type of trade. Let's take a look also Microsoft. Of course, that was one of the stocks that I called on that move. Now it's starting to play that pullback. So now I'll be looking for deep time frame pullbacks to maybe catch 5-minute and 15-minute VWAP pullbacks or some longs. We'll see if the Qs can also make its way back to the VWAP. Another good play could be TQQQ, right? And so I'm looking at that also as a possibility. And I like the TQQQs versus the Qs itself because I can go at it with a little bit more share size and then just manage my risk, right?
I was just going to say, Mitch, these are what I'm the most excited are in Trade the Pool, because these types of ETFs can be very, very systematic in terms of the patterns that they make, how you trade them. You can get in and out of them. A lot of really good stuff about those ETFs. I'm probably most excited to start playing those on a regular basis.
Yeah, so a lot of times what I look for, guys, I talk about it all the time. It's a lot of times we'll get a trend break, and then we'll get a pullback towards these levels. So somewhere between 3860s, 3850s, I would love a little pullback right here. Of course, you might take a little bit.
Folk, by the way, ticker FULC. This was one from yesterday. We had this was a big winner from yesterday. I traded this several times here. The interesting thing here is that we were rejected at 6. We're really kind of flirting with the 6 level. Let's see if we do that. If we move through 6 here, yesterday's intraday high at 637. So some pretty decent move there if Folk ends up going. Mitch, did you touch on Abercrombie and Fitch, ticker ANF? This actually making a really nice bullish formation, looking like this might want to break out from that 50 level. That's got to be in Trade the Pool.
Oh, you know it. And it was one of my calls out of pre-market prep.
Yes, sir.
Look for American Eagle after, of course, ANF. And let's take a look at American Eagle itself, because that one's lagging a little bit, right? So let's go to AEO. So let me see if I have that one. Yep, let's go to it. Now you're seeing this one recover VWAP today. This is with retail, and it's actually starting to recover here. I actually don't mind it. It doesn't report till next week, and ANF had really good earnings here. So I'm going to look for some pullback here to maybe play this back towards 1590s on a VWAP bounce. So I'm going to let it come back here towards 1552, 1550, and then I can risk off of 1540s and go a little bigger on this type of trade. This doesn't look too bad.
Really quick, VSIG. This was being mentioned by a number of traders. Smoke Tuna, I know you probably already earned a new house from trading this one here today. VSIG looking really good. The cool thing here is that we actually pushed up. We were rejected. What is this? 8 even. We've kind of come back in. Now we're kind of trading sideways here. If this doesn't break down, I actually look for this maybe to curl and make a move back up there. I'm going to take a little bit here and see where we go on VSIG.
All right, guys, smash the like out there. You guys having a good time? I know I've been enjoying it. We got over 112 likes. Let's see if we can get to 200 today. I'll even jump in there and hit the like with you guys. You guys see it smashed up. Let's go. Smash it in there.
We got Trade the Pool here with us. Let's show our community love and set a new like record here today. That would really be something else. VSIG looks like it's trying to curl here. We'll see. It's really got to snap. 730 my entry price, by the way. Really have to snap that 730 to the upside to get going here. We'll see if this breaks down. Okay. In fact, let's get the exact spot. 711, lucky old 711. We break down much past that, we're going to be out of this one.
All right, guys, let's keep pushing, guys. Let's see what you guys are looking at there. I see Google still strong, mentioned by Jason. There you go. And Nolster telling us what we always love to hear. Some good feedback, like always, telling us the best trading show online, period.
Yep.
And that's what we're here for, really.
That's what we're here
for. That makes
for.
us happen. And the truth is that we're going to keep showing you guys a processed approach and trying to find that green. I'm looking for a pullback here on AEO, but also looking for what? Q pullbacks, right? And look how that didn't pull back much. Pulled back for like a second here and kept strong here. So what are we seeing? That tech trade continuing strong, right? Nvidia
all right.
Up there at 464 now.
Stopped out at 715 on VSIG as this pulls back into the VWAP. We'll see if we get a bounce at the VWAP. Took a little hit there, but paper cuts, especially considering what we made on ITOS, which, by the way, where is ITOS now?
Boom, boom. Tesla. Not bad, right, EJ? Not bad. Hey, I try sometimes, right, guys? The only thing I can do is tell you guys where I see levels and where I see the trade. That was where I saw Tesla on that nice little pullback. And the rule of 3 on this one was pretty. And this one actually did a couple patterns in one day. I love Tesla sometimes, right? This is a cup and handle pattern, like pretty here, guys. I love this cup and handle. I'm going to actually draw this out a little bit here and a little to kind of show you guys that. But definitely a really nice cup and handle pullback there on Tesla. Then it came back up. And a lot of times you want to see it come back here and kind of hold a sideways support. That's exactly what it did here on the horizontal line here. You saw some wicks there through the 231 level, but really not holding, and then reversal right back to the upside. Now I'd look for it to hold around the 232.50s. Nice move there in Tesla today.
Hey, so check it out. So your call was good. Check out this one. ITOS. Now I wasn't in it for this, but look what happened when we popped that 1778. We did actually pop above it. They knifed it back. We're holding here. Guys, I don't think this one's done yet. I really don't. I hate saying it over and over. I have no position right now, so I got no money behind what I'm saying at the moment. But this one probably not done. Lynn and Randy, looks like you folks are on this one. James saying, I concur, this is the best trading show. I like it. Too bad I can't stuff the ballot box. James, we love you, man.
The AMD, look at that rip, man. No pullback in AMD today, guys. No pullback. Look at that, man. That's a nice little push. I was looking for the pullback. I was like, come back to me. You can blame it all on me.
Yeah, I've heard you sing that before too, so I totally believe it.
I was looking for it, man. It just didn't pull back at all. Wally's bringing it up there. AMD just take off, man. We'll look to see if we get some pullbacks, but holy moly. Crow, you know, one thing about RXRX that I always like to point out when I see things like this is I've been seeing Kathy load the boat on RXRX. Of course, that's been mentioned with Nvidia, and she's actually sold some Nvidia yesterday, which was interesting. I thought that was a little bit of a sign of a concern there that she sold Nvidia yesterday.
Yeah, I mean, to me, like, I get the strategy, right? Like lightening up before a binary event, like that makes complete sense to me. With Kathy, though, I feel like she's always in these for a longer haul. What is she saying by doing that, you know?
Yeah. All right, let's see if healthcare can come back. It is pulling back now. LabVIEW pulling back. I'm looking around to try to find some decent names here on some type of pullback because everything's on the rip right now. And you guys know how I don't like playing rips. It just feels like a bad situation for me. There's only 2 sectors in the green from the open. That's energy and utilities. And energy is actually making its way a little bit back. So I might actually look for some energy shorts because I think this is actually not the worst thing to look for. I'm looking at MPC as a specific one. All right, let me see what I can do here.
Kathy originally owned Nvidia at 5. Okay, then Kathy's doing okay, folks. Owned it at 5. Okay. That was like splits ago. 5.
I mean, she definitely has like a decent amount of money. Let's just say that much.
She has a boy. I tell you what, what we're saying here today is groundbreaking. Kathy has a decent amount of money. Yeah, I'd
Just
say
decent,
so.
you know.
I would say
Just
so.
just speaking of Kathy Woods, I'll give you guys some insight, some only to live trading access insight. You guys want that? Hit the like. I'll tell you what. If you guys get us to, let's say, 200 the next 5 minutes in the light game, I'll give you guys some insight here on Kathy Wood. It has to do with Benzinga. I think you guys might want to hit the like.
I think I know what this is now. Oh, look, guys, you got. I mean, please hit these likes.
You got to earn it, right? You got to earn it, right?
Look, I'm not going to spoil what Mitch is trying to do here. Okay, I'm just saying I think I know what Mitch is hinting at here because I actually was just heard some rumblings from some of the other people around here.
Yeah, man.
So,
might want to hit that like.
Might want to hit that like button.
All right, guys. We'll see if MPC comes back down, but I'm willing to start a starter here. So I just got to stay smaller. I got to be careful here early in the account, and then I'll be a little bit bigger as we keep building.
See, that's the thing. Once Lynn's asking if you dated her. I tell you what, Lynn and Randy never fail to put smiles on faces every single day. So,
all right, guys.
Kaylee says, "LOL." Now we're starting rumors in the chat. Let's go. We're gonna have some fun. We're gonna have some fun.
Starting some short action here on MPC, and so I'm shorting some oil action here. And I don't mind it if it comes up here to the 141.80s again. So that's why I don't want to go too big too quickly. So I got 25 shares here at 141.45. I'm looking for this to come right back down here to 140 today. Reason why is I'm looking at oil and I'm keeping an eye on WTI. You guys know I always talk about taking an eye into the future, as I like to say. And today we dropped down below 80. We're recovering right now. We did a move to 78, but if we reject 80 and stay in the 70s today, I think you could see oil come down today. So I kind of like this trade here, MPC.
Raz asking what I'm looking at. So I look up at the stream in the chat. I look straight on at Benzinga Pro, and I look down at my laptop since I don't have everything on my computer. Sydney says Ryan was jealous of Mitch and Kathy. That would make her Kathy Wood, WOULD. Am I right, guys? Come on, Sydney. I'm not jealous of Mitch. I'm happy for Mitch. I'm happy for Mitch.
All right, guys. Hit the like button. We're at 179. We're almost there to that 200.
Dude, let's go. Let's go.
Look at Tesla staying strong today, guys. At least those were the two. Microsoft and Tesla were the two that I just saw right out the gates. I don't like to go into too many tech names that big that quickly. So I went with Microsoft, but Tesla also having a decent day there. Google's been strong too. I mean, look at the Google move here off the VWAP. That was a pretty move here. Now I'm looking for the pullbacks. Like, when do we get this pullback? Or are we just going to continue just liftoff party? Because it seems like that's what happened in Nvidia. Got up there to 460, 466. Oof. That was a little lift off from, and we were watching it right here at the VWAP. It's been a nice little move there in Nvidia. And what I like at least is that sometimes I'm going to bring some reverse psychology into the stream. And it's not because I'm trying to like turn you guys or anything. I always look at how the psychology could have been yesterday towards the psychology of today. What happened yesterday? Nvidia got wiped out. Shorts were like, man, I stopped out in the pre-market and then I saw it go all the way right back down. It just gets very confusing. So shorts don't want to come back in. Longs don't want to come back in because they got wiped out yesterday. And then that's easily how you can see a nice little kind of institutional intraday run here. We'll see what happens. The algos, I feel like, have control of Nvidia right now. So be careful with those fast traders.
Folk on 6 here. Folk looking to take out 6 and move higher if it can. Definitely some size there. They're hitting it. They're actually.
I wanted to talk about that. Yeah, there's some hidden size that I saw multiple times show up on FULC yesterday. I saw it multiple times showing up on the time and sales. I played this yesterday, ran it into those sellers into the 630s, also in the 640s. I saw them lining up in the 620s. and there's a pretty good size. So
They're on
there's
it right
somebody
now.
trying to get out.
Mitch, they're on it right now. It's at 6 even. It's really only showing me 3,000 shares for sale, but I'm getting prints that are literally 2,500 a piece, and there's just multiple blocks of them going off. So there's definitely a refresh or hidden seller there at 6 on Folk. I'll see if this can go here. Let me bring this up on the on Pro here. FULC. I'm trying this one here a little bit. It looks like my price is $5.99. Yeah, it's pretty much 6, 5.995. So pretty much 6 here. We'll see. We're coming back off that spot. Big volume candle took us to that spot that did hit some of that. So whatever seller is in there is real because they're hitting it. It's literally printing orders there in the time and sales. So we'll see if they can take that out. The longer they suppress the price with a hidden seller like that, the more that pop is going to be. And that's what I want to take advantage of if we end up getting this. So FULC through 6. Let's see if we can get her done.
That's what it's all about, guys. And stay tuned, guys. We got a lot more for you guys right here. Let's keep pushing.
13, good to see you. 13, the other thing here, I know you had texted me a couple of times. My reception in this building is hit or miss. So I've sent you several messages that have failed. I'm not ignoring you. Good trading here this morning. Here we go on FULC, coming right back up to that 6. Tell you what, every time they pull it off, they just bring it right back on there.
All right, guys, you got to keep it going. We're at 185. We need 15 more, and I'll let you guys in.
Dude, we're doing it. FULC back up to 6 here. They actually, I see prints. Yep, more. So they are hitting them. They are actually buying them here at 6. Let's see if we can lift it and go on FULC. God, you got all the time in the world to grab shares here. Come on, you got to pop this. This is just a cavalcade of buyers. A cavalcade.
All right, guys, let's keep it going. I'm trying to add to this MPC trade and maybe take some more oil short names. So looking around, but this is something that I actually see go deeper into the red. So Valero turning around also makes me feel a little bit more confident. I'd like to see pushes up so I could add to this position in MPC. All right, looking around, team, for some more trading action and looking for the cues to finally give us that pullback. But I don't see it happening, at least for right now. It's just pretty interesting to see the wicked strength that we're seeing in the cues. Starbucks breaking big levels. EJ, appreciate you mentioning that. And take a look at some other stocks.
This is wild. Now they're bringing in a bid at $5.99. And they're hitting the hidden seller at 6. This is spread a penny. Smoked tuna, you took some. I mean, am I crazy? I'm not crazy, right? We're like it wants to pop this 6, right? I'm not seeing things. This is actually happening. Brought in a bid at 5. Let's see. Let's go. I mean, I kind of want to buy more, but I mean, they haven't really been able to get it through yet. This is why. I mean, how many shares are there? 331,000 shares have already traded at 6. Just at 6.
You? That's an interesting name, of course. All right, guys, I'm looking for one more little push here to add to MPC. It just went to 141.50s, but I want to see a little bit more. So kind of like a little bit of a head and shoulders attempt to 141.60s here, but it could already just start rejecting and come down fast through the 141. So I'm going to go at it slow here and maybe just start adding a little bit. The key is improving my price, right? I don't want to chase too much. Cues are just strong, man.
Yeah, they really are. Apple at highs. Tesla went red, green. That is still at highs. A lot of this stuff moving here. So Shop, you said, was that okay?
I wouldn't say parabolic, but that's a really nice move. That makes me confident that you're finally starting to get into the gap zone. There was a really nice gap zone for Shop that I was talking about just a little while ago, and now that's starting to get filled up there, and now it's starting to come back. I'd also look for Amazon to start coming back, because if that could start making its way, then it wouldn't be too bad. Amazon's actually, I think, was a little weak earlier, now starting to get a little bit of strength. So if we're looking for a leader laggard style trade, maybe Amazon on 134s doesn't seem too bad today. I'll look for that pullback. I might look for Amazon at 134 here and 133.80s, somewhere in between there, and then look for like a little VWAP bounce fill. This doesn't look too bad, especially if I'm seeing shop go up. And then on a day like today is a day that you could see Unity bounce today, and then look at Unity already towards 34.60s. This could keep pushing. Of course, this has already pulled back significantly, and anything like that's high risk type of trade, Upstart, maybe this gets some lift today. We'll see what happens. Can these Qs just continue driving higher? That's going to be a big outlook.
Folk came off that 6 spot, is right back on. Just FYI. AI Rod. I know it's Al Rod, but we're changing the name to AI Rod now just because you're a boss with AI. He says APLS, fellas. APLS on the list from this morning. Remember what we talked about. Remember the trade plan here. Wanted to see it come in, hold VWAP. Well, guess what it did? Now we're actually drifting and pushing higher. Yesterday's after hour high, I've got at 43.71. We've made multiple attempts to try to push higher here on APLS. This one for me, fairly easy. You take this trade looking for a range break to the upside here. Got to stop under the VWAP. This showed considerable strength so far here today. Folk, by the way, going. Thank you, Smoke Tuna. Folk going here. Let's go. We're doing it.
I like it. I like it.
Important here on Folk, we just played for that break. Important not to let this go red. We only had, 9 cents of movement on that initial pop. Currently at 606. Please, folks, do not let the trade go red on you. We had all that work to break down 6. I mean, I got to think it wants to go more than this, but don't let it come back in on you.
Looking for a little pop fill to get in on MPC
There we go.
a little more. So I'll let you guys know, but swinging it back. We keep it going here. We keep it moving. We keep it moving.
How
we doing?
Smoke Tuna giving it to you. Folk, 4-hour MACD is green. Let's go.
Hey guys, it's about to be 10:30, and we'll take a little break and talk a little bit about trade the pool. I'll let Ryan finish his trade on FULC. Of course,
I'm out. I'm out here. I'm out on that pop. I'm waiting for a re-entry if we challenge that high. It wasn't a whole lot of money. I tried to contribute to your cause as well.
There's too much money.
Love it, Becca.
All right, guys. Like always, smash the like out there. We're having a good day today. That's for sure. It seems like we're having fun today, and that's what it's all about, guys.
Yeah, we are. We're definitely. And by the way, Folk came back through 6.
Timber.
Looks like it's going to try to go back. We'll see if they refill any of that at 6.
All right, guys, let's keep it going here. Let's see if I can get another fill on MPC. It's been a good day. That it has. Trying to get some more money.
Smoke Tuna, just an absolute master troll of me. When Ryan is out, it can move higher.
Oh, just
Take
added
that.
there.
Look, I've seen that my entire career. Smoke Tuna, no lies detected, as they say.
All right, guys, just added a little bit there. And now if it comes back through 141.20s, I want to add another share for the win type of move. So I don't want to see MPC now get back above 41.80s. It can test it on a wick, but towards 41.90s, I'll get out. I'm looking for this to come back down through 141. Let's see what happens here. And one thing that I'll tell you guys that I do on Trade the Pool that I think is also important to try to do is think about having 2 order boxes. So I have like one to buy, I'll top, and then I'll have one to sell at the bottom, right? And so things like this is very important, having the ability to know okay, so if I want to go selling my position, I'm going to the bottom entry form, and top position, if I'm trying to buy, I'd go to the top part. So nice rejection there off the trend line. That's kind of like what I want to see. Now, I don't want to jump too quickly here and just smack it there, but as it starts to come back through this level, this 41.20, it's going to be really looking confident for me to even risk off this 41.60 area or 41.70. So I can lower down my risk and add to the position. But I want to see it already starting to go in my favor. So I'm deeper in the green and I'm going after it. That's this 141.20 spot. I'll even set a stop there to show you guys how you can do it with a stop, right? You don't have to do it on your own ability. I could set a stop there. Look how you see the stop there. It'll actually fill me short if it goes through there. WTI popping. I'll keep an eye on it, but I think it can reject 80. And so even if it moves up a little bit, it's fine. And I see it moving right back down there at 1021. So I think it's just going to be a battle here on oil. But as long as it stays in the 70s today, I'll be feeling a lot more confident.
Looking around for some more opportunities here. Excuse me. Aura, talking about resolutions here. You might want to set your YouTube broadcast to source. If that is on auto, that is likely contributing to the degraded quality.
Yeah, we should be perfectly fine on 1080.
Yeah, we should be.
Maybe my focus is off on my camera, but who knows? There's the fill, guys. Now I'm filled towards the 41.20s drop there, so it filled me immediately. Now you guys see that fill. Where did it fill me? Right at the 41.20s. So it wasn't a bad fill there for being a stop fill on the downside action. So it doesn't look too bad. We'll see what happens here. Now fully in this position, you guys see where my red line is. That's where the resistance was here for kind of a rejection. Don't want to see it get back above now through this right here. So I'm going to just go ahead and draw this up. That's where the risk is. Now I just want to see this come back down. We'll see what happens.
Mitch, can we get a like check here?
Yeah, we can. Give me 1 second here, guys.
Yep, you finish with your trade, man. Finish with your trade.
Of course. All right, we'll take a peek here. Let's take a peek where we're at. We're at 189, guys. You guys didn't do it. I'm sorry. Sorry.
Are we only 11 short?
10 short.
We're only 10 short. I mean, maybe you can extend it for another couple of minutes here. Grab those 10. Let's
should I give it to you guys until the music ends? Oh, 5 more.
Your likes are literally making Mitch dance, folks. I mean, what other channel gives you that kind of power? What gives you that kind of power? There we go.
A lot of action around here today, huh? A lot of action around here today, huh?
Home Alone. I ain't ever gonna mess that one up again, by the way. I'm never gonna mess that one up again. Never.
So you know what I'd say. That's a
203. We got it. Let's go with that tip. Chat.
All right. You guys did it. You guys deserve the insights. And I will tell you guys right now, you guys are the first team to hear this live, and nobody even knows about this coming up. So shout out to you guys for hitting the like button. And I always try to reward you guys. Let's just say I love you guys a little bit too much. But here you guys get the insight. You guys are going to be seeing the Raz report with none other than Kathy Wood. Last time Kathy Wood was on our channel, let's just remember it was pretty epic. She even called out Kramer. So you guys just might want to tune in for this interview. I'll tell you one thing. I know I will be tuning in and super excited to hear what happens from the Raz report with Kathy Wood. And just stay tuned, guys, because it's going to be a hell of an interview. But you guys are the first to hear about it right here, of course, on Live Trading.
And I'm going to add a little bit more color. This might get me in trouble here, but I'm in the office, so we're going to live on the edge. So we're in the office here. Jason's walking around well-dressed, all right? Nice shirt, nice pants. He's got energy today. It's not – there's something about these bigger interviews that kind of fires Jason up, and that seems to be the boat that we're in here today. So,
yeah,
like I said, I had no idea this was coming. When I showed up here, I kind of got the inkling because I was doing a bit of eavesdropping, but things are starting to get stoked. I'm really, really excited for that.
All right, now I want to see MPC take out 141 on the downside, come right back down. We'll be looking pretty good. 75 shares from 141.40. And let's see, can we make like a buck or 80 cents on this? This will be perfect. The risk here is about 30 cents. So anything past 90 cents is already a 3-to-1 win. We'll see what happens.
Smoke Tuna saying, Ryan, this time I will give it to you. Folk could not push up, but I'm looking at bigger time frames. Well, Smoke Tuna, I appreciate that. It's one of the reasons why you're so great is because you're willing to admit it, even when it doesn't work out, not just the winners. This is what I will say, though. First of all, bigger time frames definitely going to give you more of a holistic picture on what could happen here. This not over. We're only 15 cents off that level anyway. And we're kind of right at the VWAP. So this might not even be done for today here. The second thing there is I know you're giving it to me this time. Even a broken clock is right twice a day, right? So I happen to get this one right. That's okay. Or that's good. We'll see if we get another setup, and we'll be ready to capitalize on that setup should we get it.
All right, guys, I want you guys to check something out here. And like always, you guys see Trade the Pool. I'll tell you guys a little bit more about it. But if you guys want to check out how you guys could be a funded trader just like these traders right here, check it out, team.
It's this opportunity you're giving people is absolutely insane. Like, I see it like a light at the end of the tunnel. I thank you.
You guys are adding so much value with what you're doing because you can know how to trade all you want. If you don't have the capital behind you, I mean, you're kind of just spinning your wheels.
Most prop firms has like 5 to 10 stocks if they have stocks. Some have a bit more, but it's still not much to choose from. And also the spreads are pretty poor.
The thing is, I would say to learn to master one strategy over and over and over. Practice it, apply it, evaluate it, and go back and implement it.
After trading with Trade the Pool, it was more beneficial to scale into my position. So I would break up the trade into about 2 trades or 3 trades, and then I would get a nice solid average. I think it's something that I'm going to use going forward because I see the benefits of it.
So, are you ready to become a funded trader? Check out tradethepool.com.
All right, guys, definitely check it out, guys. If you guys want to check out Trade the Pool, and wanted to bring a little bit more for you guys today and talk a little bit more about what this really consists of, right? So I'm going to go ahead and throw it up on the screen. Okay. If anything, trade action, you can always interrupt Ryan. But right here, guys, if you guys want to check out the website, you guys can always check out the website and learn a little bit more. You guys have seen me throw the link here, and it's also in the description. I'll throw it up one more time. But what do you guys see us using, right? And so what I'm using right now is the Super Buying Power program, right? So there's different programs, right? And of course, you can get free subscriptions to Bookmap, and soon we're going to include Benzinga Pro here. So you guys want to get into this action, and you only get one of those, right? But it's the partners, right? So these are excellent tools that they try to give you. So we're using the Super Buying Power initiative here, right? And so this is the $300 program. You get a buying power of 80,000 once, of course, you pass the eval, right? And of course, right now I have access to that. You give you the same account to do the eval. And what you're really trying to do, you're trying to get to this profit target, right? You're trying to get up there towards 4,200. The maximum drawdown is going to be 2,100. So that's the maximum you can lose on the account. And then the payout split. Once you get into the account and you start making money, you're going to split it 60-40. It doesn't seem too bad there, especially when you're talking about getting access to that much buying power for a $300 program, right? So you guys can definitely check it out. You guys can take trading period of the test is up to 45 days. And if you need to expand it, you can also do that. We can talk a little bit more about that as I show you guys my way of getting through this. And of course, I'll tell you guys a little bit more, but the daily loss is always going to be important, right? We always talk about having your limits for this program. It's going to be 700. And I think that that's important, right? You're talking about, you have to hit your daily loss 3 times in a row for you to get out immediately. And I don't think that anybody should probably be hitting that, but that also keeps you doing what? Focused on risk to return. So that's really what it's all about, guys. If you guys want to go ahead and check it out, check out these programs. And I'll talk a little bit more about the other programs that even can get you up to $260,000, right? But we'll keep going and explaining more and more about Trade the Pool. I hope you guys enjoy us going step by step and telling you guys all about it. And like always, you guys can find out more or just do a 14 free day trial, right? You guys will see us using it right here on the screen and see me trying to get after it. Ryan will be joining up also. He already has his account. He's in the headquarters, so he's trying to take it a little easier, using different computers and things like that. It's a
Different
little bit
computers, some of them not mine, different tasks, new tasks, people to see that I don't normally see. The list seemingly never ends, but I am on it.
All right, guys. So I'm stepping up to the plate here today. I'm feeling it a little bit. So I'm actually going to set up another stop here to add through 141 on MPC. So now it needs to flush down through that 141. But if it can, I'm going to look for that takedown now. And now what do I have? I have a rule of 3 coming into play. Up 1, down 1, up 2, down 2, up 3, down 3. If it was going to break out, I feel like it should have done it on the last move right there. And it didn't go anywhere near this kind of 4160 area. So now I'm going to look to see if we can take down the support, which is right down here towards this 141. And if we can take that down, that would be the takeout of the bullish above the VWAP. And so that's what I'm going to look for. We'll see if we get it or not. Of course, and why not add here? Because then it could easily just come up right now, right? If it does come up, I'll still be getting out above for the breakout. All right, let's take a look at the Qs. I think we're finally starting to get that pullback, but man, it just seems like every time it pulls back, it quickly gets right back up. So if you were playing tech today and you just rode the trend, not looking too bad. Look at Microsoft now to 327. I might have sold it a little bit early today, but hey, that's how it goes sometimes. Really big lift off there in Microsoft. How's Tesla? Continuing also, that looks pretty good there. Nvidia, wow, not bad moves there. Let's just say to the least. Nvidia just continuing to push there, and I hope that somebody at least was listening to us early on as we were trying to avoid kind of getting caught too much in that tech short action today and tech ripping to the upside.
Remember, I'm still in that short. VSIG here. Great call by Smoke Tuna. VSIG moving. Nice little move through the VWAP here. Definitely trying to move higher. Dancing with the 7 level here. Very, very volatile. So be careful if you end up playing this. But this one certainly looks like this is trying to get going here.
All right. Just keeping an eye on MPC as it is getting up a little bit to my risk zone. Just got to be a little bit careful. Not let it rip through. So I have my stop ready to go. If it starts getting back above 141.70s, I'll get out at 141.80s.
VSIG doing a really good job there, holding 7. Let's see if we can push off the 7. Remember, 8 was the high. So let's see if we can push off this 7 level here in VSIG. Nice bounce there. Lynn and Randy, I know. I missed you guys too. I really do. I know there's no happy hour this week. Happy hour will be back on Monday. I miss all of you as well. I will say this though. It's been an incredibly busy week. There's just no way. I mean, I've been doing things in that 4 to 5 Eastern hour. So I'm sorry about that, but don't worry. We're going to be back. We're going to have a lot to cover too. Expect to see a whole bunch of you back there.
Definitely. That's what it's all about. And Crow, you're getting a shout out about RXRX. That one's been decent. Man, the Qs keep going. Not getting many pullbacks today, dude. That you don't see too often.
No pullbacks, bro. None.
No, none. There's no need. They're that strong.
Yeah, this was a nice catch on RXRX, by the way, Crow. I second that. Nice little nice little move, right? You got this little fake move through yesterday's intraday high, back down to VWAP, and then the real one through yesterday's intraday high. Interesting thing here, I think what I like the most about this move is as the day has gone on, as we get closer and closer to lunch hour, we're actually getting a little bit more volume here, and it seems to be the buying volume. So RXRX looking pretty good.
All right, keeping an eye on it here to see if energy is going to rocket back up there. It's having some resistance, but it could still hold the move here. So I'm still in it for right now. I'll let you guys know what happens. Still looking for like some tech pullback plays, but I mean, if I don't get them, you know, it is what it is, right? You can't just always wish the trade back to you. Bank's not looking too bad today. Bank of America still down on the day. JPM now back above VWAP. Goldman Sachs back above VWAP. If we're really going to have a bullish day, maybe financials kind of give you that nice little lift off. And that could also keep the stocks just rotating to the upside. Keep watch on Ape and AMC. They're doing something. Yeah, they're doing something, but it doesn't seem like it's an interesting opportunity for me. That looks more like an arbitrage style trade, Pharaoh. Not anything that I would be focusing on.
BFRG, which I don't see on the scanner. We'll check it out, though.
See you later, Jason. Have a good one. No worries. Appreciate you letting us know you're hopping out, and it's always good to see you in the chat.
Smoke Tuna saying VSIG could hit 11 today. So let's talk about that, Smoke Tuna. What is it? What do you use to measure that? What do you, that's probably the wrong word. What do you use to determine that? Now, I'm guessing you're going to be using the chart. So I think what you're looking at, I'll guess here first before you fill us in. I think what you're looking at is how did this move do last time? And if we get the same type of move, if we get some extension, where does this really go? It does measure about $10 for me here on this move. But I'd like to hear, I think that this pop might be smaller than this pop, and this pop really kind of stopped out at what, 11.32. So maybe you're right on 11. I'd like to hear that. I'd like to hear how you determine that price target. I know a lot of people will often ask, how do you determine where to sell, or how do you know when to sell? Sometimes it's just a feel thing, but I'd like to hear exactly how you're figuring out that measurement. That might be helpful for the entire community.
Love to hear it. Let's see what happens here. I'm still watching MPC. It might get me out here. Looking to see if XOM can reject also, because it could reject on the 15-minute.
I drew supply and demand zone on a weekly chart, I think is what you meant there. It can pop to 11. Smoke Tuna saying, Ryan, VSIG, when it gets momentum, it always has made big moves. Now it already hit 8, so the next would be a double top at 11. So it's effectively what you're saying. You're looking at previous moves. How does it actually compare, and what can we expect if we get another move there? Jay Rice slaying Netflix here. Calls up to $8.50. Jay, what did you buy those calls at, like $1.50, maybe $2? I can't remember. I have a tough time remembering all of your trades, but man, I do remember you talking about Netflix.
Come on, oil.
What do you got there for oil for us, Mitch?
Just looking to see which way it wants to go. It's either going to get this nice little push back up through and then start like kind of recovering on XOM through the 9 EMA, or we're going to get the rejection down. The 15 minutes still bearish, but if it recovers here through 9 EMAs, then yeah, you'll start seeing the lift. So it's a battle here between the bears and the bulls on this sideways consolidation.
RX Crow's good pick of the day, now appearing on the relative volume scanner here. RX.
All right, guys, if you're looking for oil to go up today for any reason, right? If you're looking to go against it, you can still look at some plays here, right? EOG looks interesting, PBR, and there's not many places that are going to talk against their position, but I can at least give you guys names that also look good on the bullish side. But if they keep going, like if you know, oil wants to keep pushing, maybe those can keep pushing. FUC, FULC, getting that push. I don't trust that one bit, man. Yesterday, that one looked so good for me, and it just kind of just died out. That's why I try to stay away from those little pennies.
I don't know.
I'll mute Ryan until he comes back. But yeah, let's keep going, team. We'll see what else is going on. Let me put him in the background. He'll bring himself back. Let's keep going. We'll see what else is going out there, team. What do you guys got? What are some other names? Ion Q. It's not the worst. I'm sure it's getting a little lift off today. All right, we're getting a little bit too weary. Come on. Let's get that rejection look. There we go. 5-minute rejection here. Go back through that 4160. $41.70s now. 41.63 showing up on the bid side. There's 41.60s. There's 41.50s. There we go. Not looking too bad now. I like that rejection there.
I was just rambling, Mitch, while I was muted. So sorry about that. I had to talk to
Oh, that was my fault. I muted you.
No, I know. It's my bad. Jay saying, Ryan, I posted the Netflix before the market opened. You and Mitch haven't even mentioned it. Lot going on this morning, Jay. Apologize for that. I feel like this is not the only day that you've mentioned Netflix, however. But with the tech run, that was an absolute monster move there.
Actually, rewind the tape, Jay. I mentioned Netflix.
Oh, Mitch calling him out. Get out of here.
I don't know if it was you that mentioned Netflix in the chat, but someone did mention Netflix was moving. And
Rewind
I did at least say it. I did say it. You know, the tape doesn't lie, like they say, right? The tape doesn't lie. But I got you, Jay. No worries. I try to catch your comments all the time.
Tape don't lie. Silver Fox day trading. This short. I actually meant to comment on this earlier, and I don't know if we got to this. Maybe we pulled a J on you. Anyway, short on APLS. Looks like you hit nearly the top. This thing down 2 points, almost 3 points from your short entry.
The battle of the oil move, man. I'm just looking to see if I can get this to come right back down to VWAP, especially like XOM back to VWAP would look good here. And so a big thing is I'm just looking at leaders too here, and it looks like it wants to reject here right at this 106, like 106.80s. But I needed to get right back down if I'm going to get this trade here, especially the leader like XOM.
Expected move by the options on Nvidia, $45.50.
Woohoo!
LOL.
Exciting.
By the way,
exciting, right?
Smoke Tuna did call Folk. Folk came down to VWAP and went right back up to 6. Stopped there, came off that level a little bit. 6 still a key level on Folk.
Right.
13 saying SPY looks like it wants to test the 444 resistance level. Let's go ahead and examine that here real quick. 13. We should still have that line drawn here on SPY. So this is what 13 is talking about. Looking like this is going to test this level here. That's actually right under the 50 too. So, you know, doesn't this kind of look like a so if this is a shoulder and this is a head, and this completes a shoulder, don't we go, boo? I wonder if that's what we're looking at. We'll see if this pattern materializes. Judge, take care of yourself. Great to see you this morning. Yeah, yes, it does, 13 says. I bet you're waiting on that, aren't you? We'll see. We'll see if that materializes. We'll get that set up there. I like it. That'd be a trade, the pool trade right there. Yeah. Becca says, no, Mitch, let us hear what's cracking behind the scenes. So we were just discussing potential poker. So that actually would have been a fun behind the scenes discussion to hear. That's for sure. I will say, as far as new opportunities here on the scanner, things really seem to have dried up. Now, I know we talked about SPY running to highs, tech moving to highs. We'll see how that ends up going or how that actually finishes the day here as that trades up into that print, but haven't really seen a whole lot of new trading opportunities off the scanner here. So maybe things drying up here. We'll see.
The battle's on.
Yeah,
for
I don't
me.
know.
I'm battling right now, guys. I'm trying to see if MPC is going to turn around, but it might just squeeze me out. So it is what it is. I'm just trying to let it wick there and not let it go through there on the close.
Looks like Lulu puts getting bought. So Mitch, I know
Dude,
you talked
Lulu.
about. Look, I know you talked about that earlier. Look,
Lulu.
it's trading back up a little bit, and I think they're buying puts into that strength in the hope that it rolls back over. So
yeah, I can't blame them. Oh, and it eventually came back to that 375. So if I would have left my orders out there, I probably would have got the fill. That was the order levels that I was looking at, but it had already gone to 370 and I stopped looking at it. But this was where I put the order out, 375. And remember, I layered it there. I went 375 and I went 375.50. It went to 375.52. Not a bad one if I would have kept it there. But hey, that's how it is sometimes, guys. All right, MP might get me out right here. It's already squeezing. I'm about to hit the out, guys. Just squeezing on me here. So
13 mentioning Folk is back at 6 here. We'll try it for a break here. We got you and smoked tuna on it. Got you and smoked tuna on it, so that's good.
Yeah, getting squeezed out there in MPC. Took a hit there, guys. About $65 on that one. So go from green to red today, and just slightly red, but hey, that's how it goes sometimes, guys. MPC right back up there, and we had a really good outlook in tech today. We just didn't play it too much into the open, and it just seems like it was just a rally right back. And that's just how it is sometimes, guys. And then you're going to see this type of action. Look at this, how it's been. Up, down, up, down. We gotta slow some of this volatility down because it's just very hard to trade in a move like that. All right, what else is going on out there? NVAX.
I was just gonna bring NVAX up. I was just gonna look at that. I see a couple of people mentioning NVAX.
Yeah, it's up there to 950.
Yeah, this 13's on it though. It's this pre-market high that's the area of, I guess, not concern, but the area of interest. Also, yesterday's intraday high at 960. Folk, by the way, through 6. Folk through 6. Didn't get a big pop, but we did move through 6 here. Let's see if we can actually move higher on Folk. And right back down to 6 and beneath 6.
Still no pullbacks in any tech, man. That just was a huge rally up. Microsoft, that was the bad execution of the day. Took the money and ran there and took it too fast because I didn't expect it to just rip like it did. It's already up there to 328. I had this one early on in the day at 324s. So, I mean, that's a 4-point higher move. So definitely could have made a little bit more on that move. And that's how it is sometimes. We don't expect that big of a rip on that push, but it was like that today. And the Qs just continue to hold the trend. Be careful on quick pullbacks, but it's been a strong day overall in tech. What will that mean for Nvidia tonight? I don't know, man. But I think if it rips up and continues to rip up all day, I wouldn't be feeling too confident. But hey, who knows what happens on the earnings tonight? All right, guys, it's 11 o'clock pretty much.
Yeah,
it's 10:59. We got to get rolling. We're going to get rolling out of here. But like always, you guys can check out Trade the Pool. You guys see us mention it multiple times, and definitely hit the link if you haven't done so already. And maybe just check out the 14-day free trial, right? Let us know what you guys think of it. And if you guys have any questions, you guys saw I'm jumping here a little earlier today. We're going to be doing this for a while now with Trade the Pool, and we want you guys to be here and learn, have questions, whether it be pros or cons. That's what we're here for, right? We'll definitely give them feedback also if you guys have feedback. So let us know. We'll keep pushing right here on live trading. Ryan Faloona, Money Mitch, you guys know where you're at. Live trading. We'll see you next time. And like always, catch us a little later today on Start Swing Trade. I'll be on, of course, talking a little bit about some swing trading action. And I did want to let you guys know a little bit about something before you get out of here. They will be doing a nice little giveaway coming up soon. So I did want to let you guys know a little bit more about that. So if you guys want to know a little bit more about the giveaway, stay tuned. I'm going to get you guys how to enter tomorrow. So stay around. If you guys want to maybe win one of these accounts, there's a really easy way to do it right now with a big raffle that's going on Trade the Pool. Smash the like. come here tomorrow. I'll show you guys all about it. And like always, we'll keep pushing right here on Benzinga, of course. Hit the like on your way out.